Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I know, long time no see. What's it been, like a month? This is the longest time I've been away from YouTube. And I'm going to tell you what happened. uh, excuse me. I could have been releasing videos because I think I have a couple more videos that I did in Seattle that have not released yet. But just so much has been happening. You guys know that we've been moving from Seattle to Florida, and once we decided to move to Florida, we found out we were pregnant. Of course, the day after we came back from visiting Florida, I took the pregnancy test, and okay, we're pregnant. So we decided to move during a time where Hurricane Dorian was on the move. And you guys know I've lived in Florida before, and the years I lived in Florida, yeah, hurricane season happened and it went, but nothing ever came to Orlando. So it was just kind of, oh, okay, there's another hurricane, but it never touches Orlando. So we're packing up, and I'm still nauseous. The nausea from pregnancy did not go away. The tiredness, oh my gosh, the tiredness, which I told you guys about. I started maybe taking 2 naps a day, and my husband, being the amazing man that he is, would come and lay with me because I sleep better when he's next to me. Oh, it's true, I do. I slept just fine when I was single, but now I just sleep so much better with him being next to me. And so he takes naps with me, and sometimes just lays there and doesn't take naps. But yeah, so trying to move while having to eat every hour and a half to 2 hours, naps, was a lot for me. And I normally don't say that type of stuff because I normally just push through, which I kind of did. And I didn't tell my husband certain things, which he kind of got mad at me about, which he should. He's like, tell me about your health. I need to know so that, he can help me and do what's best and etc. My husband's amazing. Anyway, so we're packing. I normally pack up the entire house because that's what I like to do. And I have my husband deal with his office. So I'm packing up the mattress. I'm unscrewing bed frames because we didn't take our bed with us, and trying to donate stuff and have people, I'm heavy boxes, books, and it's not flying with my husband very well. Yes, looking back, I was trying to do too much, but I tried to give myself time to pack up so that, you know, and get rid of stuff that you need to get rid of, etc. But the baby wasn't having it, and I still was sleeping, and I still was nauseous. So I had to stop just a lot. And that is why I wasn't necessarily recording, because I just had a lot on my plate, but I could have still kind of pushed it in there. So we went with the moving company because we decided not to give away all of our furniture this time. And I'll do a review on that, on the moving company. And they came to pick up our stuff maybe 3 or 4 days before we left. I would not recommend that. Sleeping on the air mattress for 3 or 4 days, I would just suggest going to get a hotel room or something like that. Yeah, do that. But we were in an empty apartment for like 3 or 4 days, and that was crazy because we didn't leave Seattle because something happened or we hated it or nothing like that. I love Seattle. It was amazing. We had a great experience there, and I would go back. It's beautiful. So we leave, we do all of our inspection stuff with our apartment, etc. And we get on the plane. and we arrive here. We rent a car for a week because we have to get stuff. And mindful, we don't have a car because we got rid of our car when we moved to Seattle because we didn't need a car. Of course, having a baby, even if we stayed in Seattle, we would have got a car because it it just makes more sense for us to have a car with a baby. So we don't have any pots and pans here. We don't have our bed. We don't have anything because everything's on the moving truck. The 4 suitcases that we brought with us are just clothes and essentials, etc. So we're eating out like every day. Guys, have you ever just gotten tired of eating out? And that was me. Like, I like to eat out, but every so often, like, I miss, even though I'm the one cooking, I missed home cooked meals. So for the past, oh my gosh, because when I was cleaning the apartment in Seattle, I got rid of all the pots and pans, and so you don't want to cook anymore because everything is, pretty clean or what have you. And I had to get rid of the pots and pans because even though I love those pots and pans, they don't work on induction. So I had to get new pots and pans. Oh, I gotta tell you about those. That's so exciting. I love them. Anyway, there's so much stuff that I gotta tell you guys about. Makeup that I've bought and figuring out, what I can wear, what I can't wear regarding on my face, on my body, because the ingredients that's not good for the baby or that may be good for the baby. Anyway, moving on. So we've been eating out every day for the past 3 weeks. 3 weeks. And we've had some really good food, especially when we come to here, to Orlando, because we're here because I love Disney. And so we've been going to Disney to eat. Got our annual passes, going to Disney to eat. But still, I don't know if you guys have this person in you, that cheap person in you where you're like, let's just have some fast food. Or, oh, you know what? I have a craving for fast food. And then after you eat the fast food, you're like, I don't need this. No. The baby's like, no. That craving was off. So I've been going through kind of fast food restaurants, and I've only needed to eat them once, and then I'm done. Outside of that, I've been doing pretty good with health conscious and all that stuff with eating out, but it's still eating out, and it's still, you don't know what's in it, Yeah. So, yeah, we've been eating out every day for the past like 3 weeks. And finally, I will be heading to the grocery store. But back to moving during the hurricane. So we saw the hurricane coming. They're like, it's a category 5 and it may hit Florida. We're like, oh my gosh. This was like Wednesday or Thursday or something like that. We had to return our rental car on Friday. So on Thursday, I was like, we need to go ahead and get our car. We need to do that. And we went to the dealership. We're like, we weren't expecting that we were going to have to leave or anything of that nature per se, but we wanted to have that option and not have to take a rental car. So we're looking for something on the lot. And guys, once we figured out the car we wanted, we could not find car insurance because there was a state of emergency. Called the major car companies, not car companies, but insurance companies, and they're like, we're not doing insurance in Florida. Not right now. Call us back next week. I can give you a quote, but it won't be in effect. So we can't leave the dealership with a car without insurance. Oh my gosh. Then I kept calling my 4th company because my husband's like, Shawana, you've called three major companies already, and they already said no one's going to give us insurance. I was like, I need to make sure. 4th company. They're like, yeah, we're still giving insurance in Orlando. So, how can I help you? We're at the dealership. Yes, thank you. We were able to get car insurance. We returned the rental car. And guys, we were going to just drive up to Florida. Not drive up to Atlanta, because even though they were still unsure, uh, they were unsure, and they were like, well, there only might be quite a bit of flooding in Orlando, maybe 4 to 6 inches, which you guys know none of that happened. The the hurricane turned, which was great for us. But that weekend, we packed the most important stuff in our empty apartment because our furniture wasn't here, which, by the way, our furniture was supposed to be here on Saturday, but there was some discrepancy in communication, and it didn't get here until the next Thursday. And so we were like, okay, the furniture is a company. Let's pack up our stuff and let's he hove our way and go to Atlanta. We have some friends in Atlanta, what have you, and we'll go visit them. So we took that 6 hour trip just to be safe, just in case, because they were still unsure. And I know some Floridians in Orlando were like, you drove to Atlanta just because of a hurricane? We go through these every year. Well, this one, they were unsure about this a lot. So we erred on the side of caution, booked the hotel before we left, and made our way to Atlanta for about 4 days until everything kind of passed. And then we came back. But we looked at the weather before we came back and we had to extend. Well, we had to extend our stay. I appreciate the fact that my husband's like, I'm going to keep my wife and unborn baby safe just in case. I would rather, err on the side of caution than regret, which I respect that. And yeah, we had a great road trip. I love to drive. And yeah, so moving during Hurricane Dorian was not the greatest because of the stress and the fear, and my husband was like, I don't want you stressing like that, not knowing what's happening. It's not good for the baby, which is true. Stress is not good for the baby. So we picked the bad time to move, but everything turned out okay. And that is where I've been, basically moving from Seattle to Orlando and enjoying Disney, by the way, while we've been here, which is kind of pretty awesome. The magic. The magic. Uh, but of course, things are very different here than it was in Seattle. I'm not going to lie, I do miss our high rise apartment. I do. I do. But I love Disney here, and hey, we'll see how it goes here. Yeah, people have been nice, and of course, I lived here before, and it kind of reminds me of the same. And yeah, we'll take it from there, and you guys will hear about certain things. uh, but yeah, that's where I've been, and now I am. This is my 15th week. I'll be 16 weeks in a few days, and the nausea is gone, which is great. I have my regular eating habits back. Um, I'm still peeing quite a bit, even though it's not every hour and a half, which is great. And it's been a process getting a lot of new stuff here in Orlando and getting rid of the stuff in Seattle. So that is where I've been, you guys, and you will start getting more frequent uploads from me. We're still waiting for a few other pieces, bought some other furniture, but yeah, it's different. It's different, especially Seattle doesn't have hurricanes, so that's not something to worry about. Yeah, we were consistently refreshing to see what the new news was if we needed to leave. And well, we did leave. And I will say money well spent. uh, so, yeah. you guys have any questions, you can always ask me in the comments. You guys know I respond to you guys. So I am back, and gonna try and upload more frequently. I won't be a month away right now. So yeah, moving from Seattle to Florida during Hurricane Dorian. A little scary, a little stressful, but we made it, and everything's just fine. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for sticking with me through this month of silence. Although, if some of you guys commented, you guys can see I was still responding to comments and everything. So, yeah, just trying to get the house organized. It's not there yet, but I'm going to try. It's weird because the living room, I'm against a blank wall because I'm in the bedroom. The living room, there's not enough light that comes in there, so there's palm trees that kind of cover the balcony, kind of, and so it's not a plethora of light. Even though it's sunny outside, in the living room it's a little dark. So I'm gonna try and figure out a better setup where I'm not against a blank wall, unless you guys are fine with that. But yeah, I think there's some nostalgia for, not nostalgia, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say sadness, but I started my YouTube channel in Seattle. So, I'm used to getting up and sitting at the counter and, doing my thing there. And so it's just new. That's all. So, yeah, I miss it. But in a good way. You know how you can look back on things and you're like, that was a good experience. Not like in a, oh, I wish I was there. No, just, it's a good experience. So, yeah, I'm going to stop blabbing. I will see you guys next time. And again, thank you so much for watching. Bye.